We'll start with the Apple MacBook Air, our choice for great video editing laptop for the money. The MacBook Air is one of the best laptops that digital creatives can buy right now. Running Apple's powerful new M1 chip, the MacBook Air is a great choice for video editing and will give you a lot for the money. Apple has radically overhauled the MacBook Air, and this latest version now has a tremendous amount of power under its hood, and can easily handle editing 4K video in Final Cut Pro without breaking a sweat. The M1 chip is packed with 16 billion transistors and integrates with the CPU, GPU, and neural engine, boosting performance and adding more power efficiency and up to 18 hours of battery life. The 8-core CPU in the M1 chip is the fastest that Apple has ever released. It can easily take on serious video editing as well as graphically demanding gaming during your downtime. The CPU isn't just faster, it balances high-performance cores with efficiency cores that can take whatever you throw at it while only using a fraction of the available power. The 13.3-inch Retina display delivers new levels of detail with clear, sharp imagery and text and colors that are vibrant and breathtaking. The P3 color gamut also gives you a wider color palette with 25% more colors than the sRGB standard. For internal memory, you'll get 8GB of RAM that's expandable up to 16GB. And for storage, the MacBook Air offers either a 256 or 512GB SSD. Its fanless design also means that it's pretty much completely silent when in use. And, as with previous MacBook Air models, it features a gorgeous thin, light design that makes it easy to transport. If you're looking for a great portable solution for video editing, or any other resource-intensive creative task, the MacBook Air has the power, performance, and battery life to take it on. Now we'll take a look at the Dell XPS 15, our choice for best video editing laptop for content creators. Video editing is CPU intensive, but the Dell XPS 15 is up to the task. With plenty of processing power and a stunning 4K display, the Dell XPS 15 has everything a video editor or content creator needs to produce some amazing creative work. The Dell XPS 15 is a good option for any creative who prefers to work with Windows, and Dell has really packed this laptop with some powerful components. The Intel i7 processor will give you the muscle you need to accelerate tasks like previews when you're editing, and contributes a lot to the overall render speed and shares some of these tasks with the dedicated Nvidia GTX 1650 Ti graphics card. To keep the system fluid, there's 16GB of RAM installed, and that's expandable up to 32GB. Next to computing power, internal storage is also important, and it needs to be fast. The Dell XPS 15 supports this by providing a 1TB SSD, giving you fast read and write times for previews, loading source clips, and your final render. You'll be able to preview your 4K footage natively with the 15.6-inch 4K 3840x2400 display, and the 16:10 aspect ratio will make editing a pleasure. Having the right ports to connect up external drives is essential, and the Dell XPS 15 offers a good variety, including 2 Thunderbolt 3, 1 USB-C 3.1, and a 3.5mm audio jack. There's also an SD card reader for quick data transfer between devices. Battery life varies depending on how hard you push the system. For light productivity tasks, you'll get around 9 hours of uptime, while more intensive tasks like video editing will bring that number down to around 6 or 7 hours, which is still quite good. A lot of thought has been put into the selection of components with the Dell XPS 15. Its powerful CPU, dedicated GPU, fast SSD, and magnificent 4K display will streamline your editing work and produce an excellent final render. Next, we have the Razer Blade 15, our choice for best video editing laptop for gamers. The Razer Blade 15 is a powerhouse that's been designed with creatives, video editors, and gamers in mind, and uses some of the most powerful mobile components available. The CNC machine body of the Razer Blade 15 is just 0.78 inches thick and maintains a very compact footprint. The 15.6-inch FHD 1080p thin bezel display offers 100% of the sRGB color gamut for accurate color, and has a 144Hz refresh rate for high FPS gaming. Or, you can choose to go with the 4K OLED display if you prefer. The base configuration of the Razer Blade 15 comes with an Intel i7 processor with 6 cores, and an Nvidia GeForce RTX 2070 Max-Q GPU. The RTX 2070 is powered by Nvidia's Turing GPU architecture, bringing cinematic ray tracing to visually intense games. You'll be able to record the gorgeous gameplay and easily edit and render it. You can even bump the processor up to an 8-core i7 and bring the GPU to an RTX 2080 Super MQ. Internal memory keeps the system stable and fluid, and the Razer Blade 15 has 16GB of RAM, which is quite good, but you can expand it up to 32GB. The 512GB SSD has good speed for video previews and rendering, but if you want more space, the SSD can be upgraded to a maximum of 1TB, and there's an open slot if you ever want to add an additional drive in the future. The Razer Blade 15 offers an impressive variety of ports, including 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, 3 USB Type-A, Type-C, an HDMI output, and a 3.5mm audio jack. And since the laptop has a lot of power-hungry components, battery life is pretty average at around 5 hours. If you've been looking for an absolute high-end video editing laptop, or super high-performance gaming rig, the Razer Blade 15 will easily live up to both assertions, and would be a very wise investment. If you're interested in updated pricing on any of the items mentioned in this video, be sure to check out the links below. Prices update on these products almost daily with sales and general price drop. So if you want to find the most updated information, check the description. If you find this video helpful, please help out the channel by giving this video a like and tell us which product caught your eye in the comments below. This brings us to the Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch, our choice for best overall laptop for video editing. Ask video editors which laptop is best for video editing, and you'll probably get a number of different answers. But a large part of those answers will probably reference the Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch. Even in 2021, 2 years after it was released, creatives love the MacBook Pro 16-inch for its sleek aesthetic, large 16-inch Retina IPS display with 3072 by 1920 native resolution, and its high-end internal components. The Intel i7 processor is already powerful, but it can be upgraded to an Intel i9 and either can handle any video editing app with ease. Graphics are processed by AMD's Radeon Pro 5500M GPU, and you'll get 16GB of RAM, which you can expand up to 64GB. The super-fast SSD will give you 1TB of storage space and is perfect for video editing with its high capacity and fast read and write speed. If you ever need to connect an external drive to import video footage, you'll have 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports and a 3.5mm audio jack to work with. The Magic Keyboard has a refined scissor mechanism with 1mm travel for a responsive, comfortable, and quiet typing experience. The touch bar puts powerful shortcuts front and center, while Touch ID provides quick authentication. Whether you're editing video, rendering animation, or even gaming, this keyboard will provide consistent fluid interaction. Many laptops have underpowered sound systems, but the MacBook Pro breaks that tradition with a 6-speaker sound system that produces room-filling stereo sound. Dual force-canceling woofers reduce vibration to produce a clear, more natural sound with good low end. These speakers are paired up with a studio-quality 3-mic array for clean voiceovers for your video projects. And if you're working on battery power alone, the internal lithium polymer battery provides above-average uptime, delivering sustained power for up to 11 hours. If you want the best overall laptop for video editing, the Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch would be a great choice. It's portable, powerful, and upgradable to help you work your way. Last, we'll be looking at the Microsoft Surface Book 3, our choice for best 2-in-1 laptop for video editing. The Microsoft Surface Book 3 is a 2-in-1 that's built for performance, and will help you power through intensive tasks like video editing or rendering, and will give you a great gaming experience too. The Surface Book 3 is more than just a powerhouse, it's also a 2-in-1. The detachable touchscreen transforms the Surface Book 3 from a laptop to studio orientation to a tablet when creativity strikes, letting you jot down ideas, block out scenes, or check your edit decision list with the optional Surface Pen. The 15-inch 3240 by 2160 pixel sense display has a 3:2 aspect ratio and an average screen brightness of 402 nits. It covers 100% of the sRGB color gamut, so colors are accurate and there's enough brightness so ambient light won't wash out the screen. Taking a peek inside, the Surface Book 3 runs on a quad-core powered Intel i7 processor, backed with an Nvidia GeForce GTX 1660 Ti Max-Q GPU, delivering high performance and low power consumption. There's 16GB of RAM, that's expandable to 32GB, and a fast 256GB SSD will hold your video footage and provide fast previewing and rendering of video clips. To connect external drives and other devices, the Surface Book 3 gives you a good selection of ports, including 1 USB Type-C and 2 USB Type-A ports, 2 Surface Connect ports, an SDXC reader, and a 3.5mm combo audio jack. And for battery life, you can expect a little over 7 hours of uptime. If you're a professional, a creative, or a gamer, the 15-inch Surface Book 3 will serve you well, especially for video editing or rendering tasks. It has a fantastic display, and if you want to sneak in a quick gaming session, the GeForce GTX 1660 Ti GPU is capable of pushing most games to their highest graphics settings.